afternoon, everyone. It's Robert from My Turntable. Hope you're having a great day today. It is Sunday afternoon. Beautiful, beautiful day. I missed most of it as being at work, but I'm home now, and thought I'd do a video. Another look at series. This time, looking at the amazing band Uriah Heep, one of the original grandfathers of heavy metal, along with Black Sabbath, Deep Purple, Led Zeppelin, heavy, heavy stuff. And I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I'll go over, I don't have a lot of their albums, but I'll go over the albums that I do have of them, and we'll go from there. So, yes, a look at Uriah Heep. English rock band formed in London way back in 1969, so they've been around for a long time, as long as Deep Purple, pretty much. And they used to record in the same studio, because so can you imagine the two of them recording at the same time? It just would have been, the roof would have been blown off. The current lineup includes lead and rhythm guitarist Mickey Box, the only original founding member of the band. You've got keyboardist Phil Lazon, lead vocalist Bernie Shaw, drummer Russell Gilbrook, and bassist Dave Rimmer. And they're still putting out albums today. They've had a ton of lineup changes over their 52-year career. Can you imagine? These guys have been around for 52 years. That's just remarkable. The original singer, David Byron, was just... I think he could rival Ian Gillan of Deep Purple. Amazing, huge, huge vocals. Not a big man at all, but just a massive vocal range. John Lawton, John Sloman, Peter Golby, Steph Fontaine, Gary Thane, Trevor Boulder, John Wetton, ex-King Crimson member, Bob Daisley, Paul Newton, drummers Nigel Olsson from the Elton John band, Lee Kerslake, Chris Slade, keyboardist Ken Hensley, John Sinclair, just to name a few. I mean, these guys have a ton of lineup changes. They've released 24 studio albums over their career of original material, 20 live albums, 41 compilation albums, including 2 greatest hits albums. 12 of the band's studio albums have made the UK charts, and 15 of them the Billboard 200 charts. In the late 70s, the band had massive success in Germany as well. So worldwide, these guys were huge, still are huge. Again, as I said earlier, part of the early 1970s rock scene, along with Zeppelin and Sabbath and Purple, and again, one of the pioneers of hard rock and heavy metal. They've sold 45 million albums worldwide, and over 4 million of those in the States alone. They've had huge hits like Easy Lovin' and The Wizard, Sweet Lorraine and Stealin', and of course, filling arenas all over the world, Germany, Japan, Netherlands, Russia, Scandinavia, the States, UK. They're just massive, massive stuff. It goes back to 1967, the band's origins, when Mickey Box, the original guitarist, formed a band in Brentwood, England called Hogwash. They played a few local pubs, got a little familiar, got a following going on, and they set up a new band called Spice at the time. And Spice kind of, from the beginning, avoided playing covers. They wanted to play their own material, and they slowly again climbed up the charts. and became like a marquee level type of band. They got signed by Gary Bryan, or Braun, sorry. This is from the Hit Record Productions Limited. It was their boss. And then they changed their name to Uriah Heep. And that came from a character out of David Copperfield, Uriah Heep. So pretty cool how they got their origins. And in 1970, they decided to widen the sound and added keyboards to their sound. Again, like a Deep Purple type of sound. Deep Purple sound is huge with that keyboards. They were big Vanilla Fudge fans, so they wanted to copy that sound as well. So they got their Hammond organs and their Singer guitars on top of the organs, and just remarkable stuff. So their debut album, and this is the US version of the album cover. I don't have the UK version. Very Ebby, this is an English pronunciation of it, dropping the H's. Very Ebby, very humble. So I've got two copies of this one actually. More of a blacker cover under the regular Mercury label, and more of a purpley looking cover under the black Mercury label. Fantastic debut, fantastic stuff. And released in 1970, as I said. Again, introducing that heavy organ sound, the band's driving guitar sound, and David Byron's theatrical dynamic voice. And those combinations just blew everyone out of the water. Back in the day, Nigel Olsson, the drummer, was recommended by Elton John actually, and played on the debut album. And if you ever want to get into Uriah Heep, for sure, they might have tried out their other album, Demons and Wizards. More user-friendly, I guess. But this debut is definitely a ton of tracks on there that you're going to love. It's a really good album, one of my favorite albums by the band. Nigel Olsson eventually returned to Elton John's group, and Keith Baker took his place in drums. I don't have their second album, Salisbury, yet, but Keith Baker left the band in 1970, and they were replaced by another drummer called Ian Clark, and they toured Germany in the late 70s. In January 71, made their first U.S. tour, and they also supported Three Dog Night and Steppenwolf at the time. Then they released their third album, Look at Yourself. I have this one on CD. It's a great album as well. I wish I could find it on vinyl, but I haven't yet. But Look at Yourself, released in 1971, put them on the map, I guess. They presented that and solidified them in rock history, I guess, as far as their unified sound, their direction of the band, the way they were going. Fantastic album. So good. Tears in My Eyes and July Morning, regarded as their epic hits, and they rival Stairway to Heaven, they rival Child in Time with that dynamic and huge sound, and songs that build and build. July Morning is one of the best examples of the band and the way they were developing at the point. A lot of dynamics, as I said, in that. And the album peaked at number 39 in the UK. The Demons and Wizard album, as I showed you earlier. Love that cover. again on the Mercury label, is the fourth album by the band. I'm pretty sure it's that fourth album, Demons and Wizards. Yeah, fourth album, released in 1972. Roger Dean's artwork on the cover as well. Number 20 in the UK, number 23 in the States. And they, with that title, everyone thought they were talking about demons and wizards and that type of thing, but it wasn't really that type of album. But it did solidify them in that gothic influenced heavy metal genre that everyone thought they were in. But it's more of a hard rock approach to just a great bunch of tracks. It's really good. It really, really is. Because the a lot of it is some of it's mellow, some of it's hard rocking for sure. A lot of the songs build. It's just fantastic, fantastic album. The first album to feature the lineup and the magic created just a ton of energy and enthusiasm. The Wizard, awesome song, was one of the singles released off it. Easy Lovin', another song, so good. Radio friendly song for sure. And then the more mainstream Sweet Freedom, another great album, again on the Mercury label. But another great album, but more mainstream sounding. Hit number 18 on the UK charts and number 33 in the US charts. And Stealin' was the big single off of that one. That one was released in 1973, the sixth studio album by the band. John Wetton from King Crimson joined the band in 1975, and they created an album called Return to Fantasy. That's the only other album I have by the band, but what a great album. John Wetton brings a lot of muscle to the band, with his writing, with his playing, of course. It also revitalized Uriah Heep. Hit number 7 in the UK. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have of the band. They go on and on and on. Again, they're even releasing a new album, or they had released a newer album not too long ago. I've yet to get any of their other stuff, but definitely want to get that. But they're still touring, still playing, and the lead singer of the band, where is it here? I had it in my notes. Of course, I can never find it when I want to. Here it is. Bernie Shaw has been the lead singer of Uriah Heep since 1986. There he is there. So quite a band with a lot of history, a lot of fantastic music. Again, early pioneers of heavy metal and hard rock, along with favorite bands like Deep Purple and Black Sabbath and Zeppelin. They ton of albums, awesome songs, a lot of amazing deep tracks, and just a wonderful band to look at. So that's my look at Uriah Heep, and I still want to do my Albums to Discover series, and Mr. Steve Hackett is up and almost ready to go, and we'll talk to you again soon. Love you all. Have yourself a wonderful rest of the day, and we'll take care. Bye now.